Presenting Adopted by God by Antoine Wright Sr. He wants you to know that God will give you peace if you just put your trust in Him.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. God has been good. God has been good to all of us. Ain't God been good to you? I know He's been good to me. He woke us up early this morning, allowed us to be able to see a brand new day. We ought to be thankful for everything that God has done. Amen, amen. And think of it is, amen, you got to know, amen, it wasn't your alarm clock, amen, going off. It wasn't a dog barking outside. It wasn't your phone notification going off. It wasn't because the kids got up out of the bed early, amen. But it's because of God touch you with a finger touch of love and allow you to be able to see another day. You ought to be thankful every day. Don't you know that we go countless days after days, time after time, without even giving God thanks for anything? We are thank man before we thank God. Amen. Y'all thank God. Because if it wasn't for God, where would we be? God has been there for us through thick and thin, better. He been with us close than a brother. He just been there for us through it all. You gotta think about it though. We just can't thank God enough for the blessing that He has done for all of us. Amen. Now the thing of it is right here, yes, my name is Antoine Wright, amen. Here got a podcast called Adopted by God, amen. That I'm gonna say it time and time again. I am here to try to help each and every one of you to be able to find some peace. And then when you find it, then when you get a hold of that peace, then I want to help you to hold on to that peace until forever, amen. They will last forever, amen. But in order for us to be able to get that everlasting peace, we have to what? Know who God is, amen. Think of it here. Now, this week during this time now, we are talking about trust. Put your trusting in God, amen. Trusting in God, amen. Now, we already think about it here just to come in and just come in on something. When you're talking about trust, amen, you talking about bold, amen, bold. You talking about confident. You talking about security, amen. Yeah, think about it. Now, think about the trust, amen. The trust when you confident in what God is gonna do. You are confident. Whatever goes on, you know that God would. He's gonna make everything all right. You are confident that God is going to heal you. Confident that God is going to make a way. You confident that God will help you pay your bill. You confident that God will lead through trial tribulation. You confident that God will give you strength. You confident that God will give you good help. You confident that God will protect your children. You confident that God will protect your household. You confident because of what you trust. You put your trust. You are confident that God will have the last say so. That whenever God steps in, then everything is going to be all right. Then we're talking about trust. Amen. We're talking about trusting God. And then we're talking about not trusting in our own plan, not trusting in the worldly wisdom, not trusting in the worldly devices, not trusting in our own plan, but we trust in God's plan. We trust that whatever God has in store for us, we trust that through it all, God have a plan and a purpose for us. We might go through this, we might go through that, but we are continually to keep putting our trust in God, because through it all, God is going to what? He's going to make everything all right. Amen. Thing of it is, we have to know that putting our trust in God. Now we're talking about now all throughout Psalms. Yeah. Well, not all that some coming up in many throughout the Psalm of David, amen. Trust in God, period. Amen. When you think about that, there are like what 39 references to trusting in God. Amen. Now think about it is right now, is that I want you to know something here now, is that now throughout this time of David. Now you think about it now. David described his situation when he was pursued by Saul and his army, as well as the other enemies, and always did and always did the Lord come what? To his aid. Amen. One thing that we can know that we can add about biblical trust now is that it is always a general further trust in God. Amen. Think about it here. The man of God, think about it here. The man of God, or some people, the man of God should never stop trusting in God. Nobody should never stop trusting in God. Think about it right here. Is that think about it here, that when your faith come knocking, amen. Think about it right here that you might stumble, you might fall, you might fail your foul sin. Though you understand, you think about what Psalm 37 said, though he may stumble, he would not fall, for the Lord will uphold him with his hand. Through all things, you might make mistakes. Going through this, you're going through that. You have to continually to keep putting your trust in God. That thing right here, that we are not perfect, but think about it right here, is that in order for us to be able to strive for perfection, what we have to put our trust in God. Thing about it is, you're right here. Now you have to know that through trial and tribulation, your trust will not waver, because that trust is based on your faith in the promises of God and the promises of eternal joy with the Lord, and the promise of his of an inheritance that can never perish, can never be spoiled, and it can never fade away. Amen. The thing of it is right here. Now I want to talk about. For the next the next time, and I can't talk about all in one time. I want to talk about how can we learn to trust in God? Now think about it right here. Now I want to ask that question. Ask that question like a personal question. How can I learn to trust in God? How can I learn? How can I learn now? You have to make this a personal thing. It's because think about it right here. You have to trust God for your own self. I can trust God for you. I can trust God for my own self. I can trust God for you. I trust for them. But ain't nothing like you putting your utmost trust in God. Thing about it is that we cannot trust in someone that we do not know. But that is a secret of learning to trust God. Think about it right here. Is that when someone say trust me, we have one or two reactions. We can either say yes, I'll trust you, or we can say why should I trust you? In God's case, trusting him naturally follows when we understand why we should trust him. Thing about it is, number one thing, the first thing we want to talk about is that one of the main reasons why we should trust God is because he is worthy of all of our trust. Unlike man, he never lies, he never failed to fulfill his promise. The thing about it is, right here, is that it ain't God that failed. We fail to lose. We fail to do what God tells us to do. God, whatever God said He gonna do for us, He has fulfilled his promise. But us, we say time and time again, God, I am here for you. God, I'm going to do this. God, I'm going to do that. But we fail time after time. But God never failed us. It is us that we fail. We fail on God. But think about it right here. We let down God. But think about it here. God is not man, not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should change his mind. Think about it right here. You got to think about it. Does he speak, then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? Think about it right here. Unlike man, that you think about it here, that God, he has the power to bring to pass what he planned and purposed to do. God has the power to bring into pass whatever he has planned for you, whatever he has planned for all of us, and he He has the power to pass whatever our purpose it is on earth. But think about it right here. You have to think about Isaiah 14:24. It tells us that the Lord Almighty has sworn surely that as I have planned, so it will be, and as I have proposed, excuse me, as I have purposed, so it what? It will stand. Think about it, Leah. Now you think about it. God's plan are perfect. It is holy and it is righteous. And think about it. He worked all things, and I think about it now. Romans 8:28 says he worked all things together for the good for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. Think about it is right here. When you're trusting in God, that you know that God will work it out for us, and said all things will work out. Now you think about Romans 8:28 said now. Think about what it said there. And we know that all things work together for the good that them that love God. When you love God, you put your trust in God. You have faith in God. Now think about it right here. Now when you have faith in God, then you trust in God, then you know that everything will work good because of what you know that God is going to make everything all right. And think about it right here. It said all things will work together. Through it all, you might go through storms and rain. You might go trial and tribulation. People might try to scandalize your name. Your friend misunderstood you. Your family do your wrong, different things happen in your life. You go through up and down, but you still be able. I still trust God. You gonna think about it right here. Though you may slay me, but yet I trust in God. Think about it. It does not matter what goes on in the world. It does not matter what goes. I'm gonna keep on putting my trust in God because God has kept on working on my behalf. Time and time after time after time, God has been on supremacy in my life. God has been on top of things. God has keep on making a way. God keep on blessing me. God keep on healing me. God keep on guiding me. God keep on giving me strength. God keep on giving me joy. God keep on being the God He say He is. God has been everything that I need. God He is able. God has been my bridge over troubled water. God has been my company keeper. God has been my doctor in the sick room. God has been my everything. God has been my friend. He been my Alpha and Omega. He been my beginning, the end, the first, and the last. God has been there for me. I can be able to tell you right now that it's because of what God has already done in my life. I can continually to put my trust in God. Think about it right here. Why should you trust God? Because God is worthy. He is worthy of his trust. Because God had done it. He done everything but fail. I'm here to tell you right now, keep putting your trust in God and watch how God make a change in your life. Thank you, and God bless.